said after the windy match the other day that the real challenge was getting the first serve in, because you didn't want to mess around with a slower second serve.
Because this large stadium, 23,000 plus, it's a giant bowl here, and the wind just stays down, it has no place to go, so it swirls and side to side and up and back. You can't predict it like in other tennis stadiums or on tennis courts where it's constant. Look at how far out that passing shot was. A good 10 feet long. And in windy conditions, your margins have to be brought in. Your targets can't be as fine. You can't go for the lines. You have to play more conservative. Got to move your feet better into position. Take some pace off, and already a half chance to break for Murray.
So it looks like the wind is coming toward the face of Djokovic, hitting the press box, and then coming back and pushing balls toward Murray.
I was at an event just before this at one of the suites, and Monica Seles was in there, and someone asked about the wind. And you see, look at his timing so far. He's just lunging for that. But she said it's the toughest court to play in here, anywhere else in the world, because the bowl is so deep. But you also have these tunnels. See, there's Yvonne Lendl. Lendl reached the finals here 8 straight years in a row.
So the story of that first game, the errors, 4 big unforced errors from Djokovic.
Well, anyway, Seles was saying how if you really look down, the tunnels where the people come in the first and second tier, it's wide open. So not only do you have the wind coming in from the top, but from these tunnels, these air streams are coming. So normally you hit firmly against the wind or with spin with the wind to keep the ball in. But on this specific court, you can't predict anything. It's constantly kind of like a whirlpool effect, and you're trying to control things.
Well, let's see how Murray handles things from this end. Both players 25. It's peak time. Djokovic gets aggressive early.
That's one of the things we saw from Berdych in the semifinals against Andy Murray. Taking a lot of short balls, moving forward, and using his volleys to win a lot of points. Volley's a much more secure shot. You're closer to the other side, closer to your target. It's a simpler shot instead of the big swing of a ground stroke. He's got the low toss back again. Keeping it nice and efficient. Murray loses the point, but could you see the amount of shots hit to the Djokovic forehand? And watch the follow-through from Djokovic. The wind is just up against him so much that he's following through, almost like a Nadal, like a forehand follow-through around the back of his head. Something to look at. Normally he comes across his body, hits through the ball, but because the weight of shot with the wind behind it from Murray, Djokovic is really up against it on the follow-through, falling backwards.
This is the unlucky end of the court for now. Or as they might say in his home, unlucky.
Well, if you're going to come in against Andy Murray, it better be a firm approach shot. This one is sliced, but it's short. A slice approach will stay low and skid, but if it's short, it's going to land right, kind of come up to the wheelhouse, the strike zone for Andy Murray. That's an easy passing shot.
Every match has tests, doesn't it? That is not a jet. That is.
Got to take his time. It's going to be interesting how the umpire kind of gives him a little leeway. That's a brutal miss. He goes right to the slice backhand, kind of tentative on that. And 2 breaks to start out the match. Look at the body language just on that.
Looking around the stadium, shaking his head.
It's one of these things, who's going to really survive it? Not really win it, but who's going to survive it and hold the trophy? Are they going after that forehand of Djokovic? There's no doubt this is a plan from Coach Yvonne Lendl to go after the Djokovic forehand. It's not as solid technically. It's has a little bit more wrist.
So you like the idea?
I love the idea. Forehand could be more dangerous from Djokovic in normal circumstances when he can time the ball. There's no timing out here. Look at double fault. They're chasing that second serve, 92 miles an hour.
He's now 0 for 4 with his second serve. Djokovic still hasn't won a point while serving. Finally.
15.
Yeah, Marian Vida, Djokovic's coach on the left-hand side of your screen there, former player on the ATP Tour, played against Lendl, so there's an interesting dynamic right there. Slice backhands, let him down twice now in critical situations. There's the emotional Ivan Lendl in the red. That's all we're going to get. The entire, oh, what? No. He's very stoic, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Back to even.
It's one of the few forehands that's been really on target early on here. That sets up the overhead. Ball just never got up to Djokovic. He just stopped.
Seemed like that time he wanted to go to his backhand.
Djokovic goes to the slice. He's all set up. But you notice how low that got. See, he just was expecting the ball to come up a little bit higher.
So yet another break point to be faced. Strange play or not?
Well, it's strange in the sense, normally it's a reliable shot for him, but we've seen he lost his serve on a slice backhand. He's missed another key slice, and Djokovic has missed a slice the point before. We don't have that stat, unforced errors on the slice backhand specifically, but that shot's really let both players down.
Little bit of a delayed call. Murray with the challenge. What did you think?
I thought it was good. What did you think? Pretty close.
I think this is going to be one of those hairline ones.
Wow, I thought it was a lot closer than that.
Murray has 2 challenges remaining.
Djokovic holds.
Serving at 1-2 opening set. Once again, let's set you back inside. Here are Al and Luke.
Boy, Luke, this near court, that really is the unlucky court right now.
Yeah, that side, it's right below us. And I really couldn't tell in the semifinals. If there was a better side to play from last Saturday, Super Saturday, both players were just struggling from all parts of the court. But today it sure does seem like the Djokovic side, that's the side that has been really struggling with timing and trying to keep the ball in. With the win, you're trying to put more spin on it to keep it in. Against the win, you've got to drive through the ball, take some spin off and flatten it out. And because of the interesting dynamic with the elements, you've got to concentrate so much on your toss, so much on your footwork and your timing. You really emphasize watching the ball and having very sound shot selection. Critical moments early on here.
Perfect placement by Murray. And once again, the player on the far court gets the game.
2 games on, first sets.
Just want to take people back because I know we'll be talking about Lendl more. A reminder, go to usopen.org for everything about the U.S. Open, including the U.S. Open shop. Back in 1986, and I would think the media was a little more even-keeled back then. These days, everybody's trying to get eyeballs with crazy headlines. But Ivan Lendl was on the cover of Sports Illustrated with the headline that said, "The champion that nobody cares about."
I mean, you were covering him at that time. I was playing against him at that time.
He was the Iceman.
He didn't care.
Right.
He really kind of fed off of that vibe, that me against the world, that big chip on his shoulder. And he was just a destroyer. Loved to go out there and hammer the ball. Loved to try to hit you if you came to the net. I grew up in Michigan, and this match reminds me of playing high school tennis in the springtime in Michigan. You got the snow on the side, but the wind was so bad. You're out there, and I used to play with the wood rackets back then. Can you imagine trying to play in this wind with wood rackets?
Wow.
And you're just trying to get the ball in the court. Oh, it's crazy how this tournament's done it, with all these different elements of the rain and the heat. We evacuated evacuated the facility.
We had a tornado just a few miles from here.
15-32.
Djokovic having some long problems.
11 unforced errors now for Djokovic in the set, 6 for Murray. Murray looks like the one who's really settling in now with his ground strokes, dealing with the conditions just a little bit better.
A lot of people yelling for Andy Murray. Oh boy.
Just throwing another element to deal with the shadows as the ball goes in and out of that shadow as it creeps across the court, depending on where the clouds are, if the clouds are covering the sun or not. Who was going to crack 54 shots? Murray refused to move forward in the court and try to hit a volley or approach. Djokovic played a very interesting point out. First, he starts playing that cat and mouse game by changing paces right with Murray, which is Murray's A game. And then towards the end of that rally, Djokovic just backed up about 10, 15 feet behind the baseline and just became a brick wall, a backboard, just waiting for Murray to miss. was a huge point for Murray. 15-30 down, he gets 2 first serves in, gets 2 errors right off the return from Djokovic, who's an outstanding returner, probably the best returner in the game today.
Finally, the hex of the mere court is broken.
One of the few topspin backhand misses from Novak Djokovic down the line. That's really been his signature shot throughout this championship, setting up the big backhand down the line. But because his timing is off and he's just not confident taking a crack at his ground strokes, he's stuck playing kind of Andy Murray's game. Deception, spin, change of pace. And at times we saw that beautiful 54-shot rally. A lot of defense, backing up and just being that backboard.
And Murray nails it past him. Well, if he was angry before this sequence, it didn't help.
But see how general that approach is? I mean, it's not even that deep. It's not played towards the sideline. And that's really an easy pass for a professional tennis player. It's a wide open line. It's a really good picture of Andy Murray understanding how important this game is right here. He's up a break. He's looking to really stretch his lead right here to serve for the first set. And he can sense, like everybody here can sense, Djokovic is kind of like on his heels, in doubt, questioning himself. I mean, Murray saw him break that racket. You know, I mean, there's a lot of energy going the wrong way for Djokovic. Can he hit himself out of it?
Now Murray's irritated.
Thought it was a let. Remember, there's an electronic net cord calling device that is wired from the chair umpire down through the bottom up to the net post. And we saw that on Saturday. The wind was playing havoc with that. And now so much of this is not just how you play in these conditions in the wind. It's how you think and problem solve through it. An example is right here. Look at this. He rips the forehand down the line, but I'll go back to the serving approach. Murray's had 81% of his first serves in the box, okay? Djokovic has 52%, so half the serves he's missing, his first serves. He's only won 2 points now out of 12 on his second serve. So he's going for this big first serve, and he's... And when I'm saying that, you've got to have approach for the elements. You've got to understand this isn't a normal match. There's so much on the line, money, hardware, legendary status, all of these things. But you've got to be smart.
Four games to 3.
I mean, just add one more element to the biggest kind of portion of this first set. New balls now, first serve percentage right there, 81%. And that's telling me Murray, who can throw some 130s, really big, high-level 125, 128s, serving-wise, in normal conditions, has really come down on his speed. His fastest so far is only 119 miles an hour. And he's just hoping, he's going for the 2-for-1 special, what I call. Use 2 serves, 2 opportunities to get 1 in, get the point started. It's a sneaky play from Djokovic. Murray didn't anticipate that. All of a sudden, a little slice approach. Watch him take off right here, gets on top of the net, anticipates the slice backhand from Murray, sticks a volley.
Murray had a great chance to come forward. He just won't do it.
He's only been there 2 times.
That last first serve, 93 miles an hour by Murray. He's thrown a lot of change-up stuff.
Remember after the semifinal match, he said he didn't want to be looking at hitting a second serve in these windy conditions. It sure does seem like the crowd is for Murray here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Saw a ton of Union Jacks as the fans were kind of filling into the stadium.
He had the whole court.
He didn't want to take the kill shot. I'm telling you, in these conditions, and it's not bad sportsmanship, it's the right shot. He's got to take this and put it right in the chest of Djokovic. Djokovic is still in the point here. He's trying to make it too precise, and the conditions do not allow for precise tennis. You need big targets. Oh, Lendl's thinking to himself, right now, I would have just planted Djokovic into the concrete here. If you followed Lendl tennis throughout the 80s and 90s, he loved hitting people. A shot like that was an easy shot for him.
On a huge point. A fantastic rally and display of tennis. I thought Djokovic really took Murray off the hook with that first overhead.
He's playing pretty conservative in those situations, and now really we are knotted with the momentum just kind of sitting on top of the net. Who wants it? When you say you're pointing to Djokovic, but the thing is, I don't know, because it's just been going back and forth. Who's going to truly come up with the right game plan at the right time and execute it to win this first set? We saw it in the semifinals with Berdych against Murray. Berdych had a lot of success moving forward. Right now, if you look at what Djokovic is doing, 6-4-11, 55% success up there, but he is starting to move forward. Murray doesn't want to go up there only 3 times. He's 2 for 3. Does not want to move forward.
So you don't think Djokovic is the one in better rhythm right now?
Right now he is, yeah. But I just, it's been seesawing back and forth. And I think he's really starting to believe in moving forward. I mean, honestly, he's starting to recognize if I get a short ball, I can really get Murray running to a corner, backing up.
I mean, the errors are almost even now. And it was very one-sided early. I thought this one was out. Care to weigh in?
No, I think it was out. Usually when the player's right on top of it like that, you know, they're really sure.
40 love.
A huge cheer went up for Djokovic getting that call. One of the great winners of the set. And Djokovic is now in a position to serve for the first set. Prior to that, Djokovic was on a streak of winning 10 out of 11 points to try and grab control of this first set.
Over the last 10 minutes, he seems so much more focused, Djokovic, and settled. You know, he kind of got out of the system with that broken racket.
Maybe he's finally gotten over the win.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. He didn't in the semis against Ferrer on Saturday. And then yesterday, the conditions were perfect, pristine. And then it just, towards the end of this first set, he just started focusing in on his game and not the wind. Now it's Murray's turn to kind of counter. It's got to be more aggressive now. He can't wait for Djokovic to miss. Djokovic is no longer spitting out the unforced errors.
30 for 2.
It's been a while since Murray hit a shot that good, but this is a gotta-have-it game.
That's a powerful shot. The serve only 70 miles an hour just to get the ball point started, the ball in play. And Murray really having to labor here. He comes into the net. It's kind of a feeble approach. And the kind of the old Jimmy Connors sky hook to snap this thing off. Look, he comes back and just steers it cross court.
Now that we're into the serious business of this first set, both players are into the heavy breathing. Murray did the commentary for you, Luke.
5 games all.
Well, here's something to think about as we watch the points that will decide this set. In the last 13 matchups, that's a pretty good sampling, I think.
Seats, please, behind the players.
The player between these two that won the first set wins the match.
Thank you. Ready for play. Please take any seats.
That's best of 5 set matches. That's 2 out of 3 set matches, different surfaces.
Mostly hard courts.
Doesn't want to come forward. He's just sitting there and he's starting to push now and guide that slice backhand. That slice backhand has really let him down throughout the entire first set.
There's a fine line between stubborn and dumb.
Missed another one. Normally a very reliable shot.
One shot you don't practice. One. Oh.
What does he mean?
The one shot he doesn't practice because he knows he has it. He never practices this slice backhand, but he's so efficient at it. You don't really have to practice a slice backhand. It's really kind of a change-up, a defensive shot. It could be an approach shot.
What was the purpose of that shot?
I just think right now, Murray, who had such a good game plan coming into this match, attacking the forehand of Djokovic, once Djokovic found his forehand, his range, he doesn't have another plan. He honestly looks like he's just reacting to whatever Djokovic is throwing at him, and he just can't seem to find the court now. There's another missed block, slice, backhand. Very unusual.
Finally won by Andy Murray, but what an emotional up and down ride that was. Both players with their angry moments. Djokovic ended the first set with a sly little smile, like he knew something we all didn't.
Djokovic is on the ground again.
Where did he get up in a hurry?
When you can hear the racket smack to the ground. Right. A very good rally, though. I mean, they're really starting to tee off a little bit better with more confidence and rhythm.
A few errors from both players to start off the second set. Right half of the upper deck still bathed in sunlight, but the lights are on as we head to twilight in about an hour, and I think we'll get there.
It'll be 3-all in the second set.
Well, that tested the limit of the court.
Well, tactically, it's a smart move because he's up a set. He's up 30-15 here in this game. And notice how the ball's up. It's above the net, so he's able to give himself the green light to really fire away and go for it. And so much is the situation. When you're ahead, you can play with a little bit more freedom. You can go for a little bit more. If you're behind like Djokovic, you've got to play a little bit more conservatively. You've got to be a little bit more consistent with your shots to get yourself back in this match. Djokovic still barking at himself, just urging himself on, digging deeper to commit to this match.
It always takes time, doesn't it, after an epic set to get everything back up again. People leave their seats. And Djokovic is down again. And this time he was a little slower to get up. Murray holds and takes the first game. That's about 4 times in this match.
Yeah, Al, normally you have about 8 to 10 pairs of shoes for this major 2-week event. And you see the treads are still very new. I don't know why he's on the ground so much. But you have your shoes for practice and, you know, your matches, these best of 5 set matches. And here it is. And the one thing you've really got to look at the unforced errors, 19 and 19. Winners almost the same. But to me, it's the second serve situation. Djokovic only won a handful of points the entire first set on his second serve. He's not defending his second serve well. And I believe towards the end of that tiebreaker, at the beginning Murray was down playing tentative. Murray came out of his shell and served better and ripped his ground strokes with more confidence and authority at the end of that tiebreaker. And that was the difference.
Called out. You know, the key point of that tiebreak, I think, Luke, was when it was 4-2 Djokovic. And Djokovic was serving. And we said Murray's pretty much got to have one of these. Nothing is ending quickly in this match. During the last changeover, they actually came out and put a windscreen on the chair umpire's microphone, but as you can tell, you can still hear it.
Murray's getting more depth on his ground strokes than Djokovic. Djokovic, how many times have we seen him just backing up Marian Vida, the coach of Novak Djokovic, his dad right behind him. Novak's dad right behind Vida.
Already 4 unforced errors in this set for Djokovic.
Well, he started out the first game of the match with 4 unforced errors.
Right. That second serve was just in, but that shot is out. And we have an early break, and Murray has a chance to go up 3 games to love. Djokovic has to do something to slow this run down.
it starts with consistency. He's just, remember the last backhand he hit when he was serving that love 40 point? He just teed off on it, went for a cross. That is not a shot when you're down. When you're up, you can take a couple of cracks like that. When you're up 40 love, when you're up a set. But when you're down, you've got to put more balls in play. You've got to find your rhythm. You've got to force the other side to come up with more shots. I think there's a little bit of that frustration coming out after losing such a close tiebreaker in the first set.
Just a few miles from here, the island of Manhattan, which is so big it has not only a downtown, but a midtown and an uptown.
And a Soho. How many boroughs in there?
5 boroughs. We're in Queens, that's Manhattan, and then there's Brooklyn, Staten Island, and the Bronx.
Murray's just waiting the guy out. Murray's just hanging in there now. Just controlling the rally just by throwing it back out there, kind of baiting Djokovic to take a crack at some of these shots.
23 shots. Come on. We've had a 50.
Wasn't it 54?
54 shot rally earlier.
The tiebreaker was over 20 minutes long. These guys don't get paid by the hour. I don't know what the deal is.
Well, I don't know if the wheels are coming off Djokovic's game, but let's say this. The wheels are a little wobbly. He needs to get a pit stop and tighten the lug nuts.
It looks bad, 7-6-3-0. But in reality, he's only down 1 break. He's not playing like Pete Sampras or Boris Becker, a big server. Murray's more of a defensive-minded guy. You can throw a big serve here once in a while. But Djokovic, his strength is to return a serve. He's not out of this set.
Hey, here's the one thing we really haven't talked about. The fact that because of the weather, Andy Murray had a day rest.
Here's another thing. Remember how much success Djokovic was having moving forward towards the end of the first set?
Yeah, that went away.
That is completely went away. Of course, so much comes down to, does he get a short ball? But he's been missing so much early in the rallies, or how should I say it? He's the one missing first in these rallies. He's not even waiting for a short ball to get there.
That is 9 unforced errors in this set. We're only in the 4th game.
Djokovic is kind of looking like he was the first set of the David Ferrer semifinal. Just kind of all over the place with his ground strokes, his footwork. We've seen him fall down a number of times, slide, hit the deck.
This is a huge point here. And he hits it long.
15-40.
Considering the situation with the score, considering the windy conditions, there's no way you should be playing a shot this close to the line. You've got to bring it in by 2-3 feet.
Double break point. There were 3 or 4 balls there. I thought Murray could have blasted up the line. But Djokovic is off again. That second serve is back to haunt him. And 11 unforced errors now.
7 for 24 on his second serve. He's 0 for 5 this set when he has to hit a second serve. Now, if you're Djokovic, you have got to start moving your feet. You've got to remember he got angry in the first, and it kind of sparked him.
And now he's smiling.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't. And he's not even trying. He's just going for big shots. He's flailing right now. It's so important right now. He just doesn't have a plan. He can't. He's not putting the ball in play. His second serve isn't working. I mean, to be honest, I'm really impressed with Murray. I mean, Murray has really stayed the course. He was able to tough out that first set tiebreaker. 12-10, and then he's just been really steady. His serve has been effective.
He did have that moment he was yelling at his box.
Well, in the second set when Djokovic made that run, that's right. When was the last time we saw Djokovic at the net? For the match, he's 15 for 22 when he comes to the net. He's only been to the net twice so far in the first 4.5 games. And this is, I know you're on my side on this, but this is where I love on-court coaching. Yeah. Where you could really, we could listen in on these conversations and really see the changes of tempo and tactics. I mean, Novak Djokovic needs a spark.
Well, this could be
direction.
And Djokovic gets the break. He's on the scoreboard in the second set. And he will be serving 1-4, down a first set tiebreak loss. Andy Murray 0 for his first 4. That's a lot of history to overcome.
I believe right now, at this point in the match, Djokovic has got to decide what he wants to do with this effort. You're down a set in 4-1, and it's like he's not even going for that. You notice that? He's not even lunging for it. Where's that Boris Becker where he's diving for the ball? Where's the effort to get to that ball, to put a racket on it? Just watching it go by. I mean, how much does this match really mean to Djokovic? I mean, truly mean to Djokovic. It means a lot to Murray.
But what about the way he was hitting the ball in that game?
Yeah, I mean,
it was like warm-up.
Yeah. To me, he's got to get a focus and a toughness and a meanness, a mad dog meanness that's going to go out there and take this match. If he's going to really want to take this championship. The other dynamic is Serena capitalized on it yesterday when Azarenka was up 5-3 in the third. The match on her racket, she just fell apart. Will Murray fall apart with this massive lead right now? Will he really take the next step and cross that finish line and win his first major championship? You know what I mean? I mean, that's exactly. Azarenka just didn't have the nerve to get across the finish line last night in the women's final. And if I'm Djokovic, I have that in the back of my mind. He still hasn't won one yet, and he's got to go through me to do it. And pressure is just, if Murray starts thinking about it, you know what I mean? If this match can get interesting, and you force Murray to really come up with the game. But you got to put the ball in the court. You know what I mean? You got to commit to execution.
Well, you wonder after Djokovic breaks Murray last game whether it sparks him.
It hasn't. He looks like he's going through the warm-up, I don't want to say going through the motions, but there's not that sense of urgency, the way, that toughness that he brought out of himself when he broke the racket in the first set. There you go. 126, busted it out wide.
Looks like it's gotten a little chilly in the stadium. A couple of hoods and sweaters. up with another big one. No good. I have a feeling Djokovic is back into it. He's got the grunt going again.
And this is where he's got to tap into his #1 strength, which is his return of serve. The serve of Murray has been a really sneaky difference in this match. Not many aces, not many double faults, but here, look at the percentage when he gets that serve in, first and second serve. He's been so smart with his serve. Conservative when the wind has been up, very aggressive when he needs it. This is the real battle for the second set right here, and Novak has got to really dig his feet into the ground and find his game. That's a bizarre shot. The club players around the world say, hey, I have that shot. Shank off the grip, the butt cap, and a little bit of the paint sprinkled in.
It is nice that the players provide that public service once in a while.
I just find it's like watching the golfers at the British Open. I was like, I can play some of those shots.
Especially out of the 2-foot-tall rough.
Or those bunkers. The old links golf. Just a pleasure. People actually pay to play that course. Like, oh, man.
I'm guilty.
Oh, how'd you do?
Don't go there. 3 chances to go 5 up. 5-2. And that's exactly where Andy Murray is right now.
Ready for play.
His demeanor and his level of play have not matched the second set occasion of the men's final of the 2012 U.S. Open. Novak Djokovic down 2-5.
That first set was 87 minutes. 87. This one's only been 36 minutes.
See, everybody now is wearing jackets. They're bundled up a little bit. It's supposed to get very chilly tonight. There's almost no humidity, and the winds just keep going. Maybe as the sun goes down, it often happens.
All the merchandising shops can start selling those sweatshirts. It was scorching hot a few times during this tournament. Couldn't move any of the sweatshirts and the warm-ups. It's going to move now.
Look at that windscreen, Luke. Oh, you missed it. And it was right on the line.
30-15. Murray has 2 challenges.
Well long. And so now Andy Murray will serve for the second set and a chance to go up 2 sets to love.
Murray leads by game 3, second set.
And another test for Andy Murray. Does he truly believe in his game right now? Does he truly believe he can own the moment and own a major? I'll go back to Azarenka. She just didn't have that knockout punch to knock out Serena Williams at 5-3 in the third. This isn't for the match, but it's for a massive lead in this match. Tight. Right away. That's one thing about Andy Murray. Because he's not a real aggressive player, he's a redirector. He's a counterpuncher. He massages the ball. We saw it in the semifinals against Berdych. He was up 2-1, 3-0 with game points to go up 4-0, and he had to win in a tiebreaker. Backed his way into that win.
Oh, boy.
That's what I'm talking about. I talked about the pressure of taking that final step to legendary status. He did it at the Olympics. But he said himself, he did not grow up thinking about winning the Olympics. He grew up dreaming about winning a major.
Everybody in this building is thinking the same thing.
I don't think we've seen Murray hit 3 unforced errors in a game the entire match.
And here's the sort of sleepy Novak Djokovic. Triple break point and a chance to serve to even the set. If you've been watching this set, that is unbelievable.
Doesn't kill Djokovic because he's got 2 more in the basket, 2 more break point opportunities. In a love 40 situation, you usually go for the home run, the big shot at least one time. Look how confident he looks. Now, you mentioned that we'd seen that throughout the whole tournament, and you're absolutely right. There's something like in the back of his mind that knows he's got it. You know, he's got this match. Murray just doesn't have it.
How is that not a winner?
Murray's not hitting the ball. The second serve 100 miles an hour, and he just pushes it, hits the net cord. And I would have said the same thing to Azarenka last night with that lead in the third set. Play like you have a lead. Because if you don't, you back your game up, and you back yourself up emotionally into a negative place. You've got to hit out. He's allowed Djokovic to get back into this match. He didn't play this way to get this lead, so why are you backing up? Because pressure is dictating the moment. Djokovic is capitalizing on this pressure.
Or the crowd chanting, Novak, Novak. Yes. Andy Murray was almost being handed a two-set lead, and he couldn't take it.
And now Murray is grabbing his left quad. Watch this. See that? And now if you're Murray, you have got to get out of this shell. You've got to fight your way back, fight out of this rut. Start moving your feet. Look to hit some of your shots, even to a general area of the court, but you've got to swing the racket again. Oh, and the crowd's into it, too. I mean, the match is on. Murray's not moving. That left leg is completely locked up. He barely got to the forehand side, Al, and then couldn't get enough just space getting up to the backhand passing shot. He hasn't played a good shot in like 2.5 games.
Djokovic has won 13 of the last 16 points. Djokovic got a little anger back. Helped him in the first set. Didn't help his racket, but it helped him. You know, for Andy Murray, maybe it's just not supposed to be done the easy way. I mean, the Olympic gold medal was 7-5, 7-5, right?
In the semifinals, and then he played great against Federer in the gold medal match. Here at the U.S. Open, the quarterfinals, down a set, 5-1 and a set point. He came back and won in 4 sets against Cilic in the semis. He lost the first set against Berdych, and then the 4th set was a 3-0 game points to kind of run away with the set, and then he had to win it in a breaker.
So Murray holds serve. And now Djokovic has to do the same. We're about to find out if we're headed to another tiebreak here in the second set. What a weird set this has been. Murray didn't even try.
That's a confident shot from Djokovic. Coming up there, a lot of wind, a lot of pressure. And he disguises it. It looks like he's about to drive it, and then right at the last second, he just punches it nice and soft for the winner.
You'd want to say an impossible angle, but obviously it's not.
But Djokovic doesn't even really go for it. Watch it. He splits and then watches it go by with one lunge. Watch this. If he just steps into the yeah, no, that's a nice shot. From that angle.
Upon further review.
You know, from the other angle, it looked like the ball was right on his racket. Djokovic going to the slice backhand time and time again, just kind of probing and searching out, just trying to disrupt Murray. Just doesn't happen, and now an opportunity right here for Andy Murray.
30-shot rally to make it 15-30. He's called out.
He's got to challenge that. He's got to challenge. You burn it right now. You've got plenty of them. You got 3 challenges.
It's too late. I can't believe he didn't challenge this. Let's watch. Oh, it was well out.
Yeah.
Two chances to take a 2 sets to love lead. Can he handle the prosperity and the opportunity? Maybe it's easier when he's not serving. Maybe not. It was not a monster serve. It was 109.
But it was cutting out wide. See how far wide he had to go to get that, just outside the doubles alley. It wasn't routine, but he should have made it.
Djokovic is challenging. Oh, wait a minute, a little emotion there from Ivan Lendl.
He's out of his seat.
Let's see. This will be a good one. And that is how the set is decided. It took a little bit longer than Andy Murray would have liked, but he is now up by 2 sets in the U.S. Open.
And Luke Jensen.
It's one of the biggest mountains in sports to climb. And it's such a thrill to watch people try and do it. Come back from 2 sets down. And Novak Djokovic, because of his talent, isn't often down by 2 sets, but he's done it 3 times in his career.
Now here's the dynamic for both players. For Djokovic, all you're thinking about is this set. The tournament really rests on this set. You don't have to worry about the 4th or 5th set. This is it. And trying to take some of the momentum you got late in the second and transfer it to this set, this mindset. Whereas Murray, all you're focused in on. You're focused in on playing good, solid tennis, the tennis that got you the lead. You cannot afford to dig yourself a rut, a hole. He was lucky that he got a big enough cushion in the second set that he was able to stay competitive and then finally come through late in the second. But here, an opportunity for Djokovic right out of the gate here in the 3rd set. Djokovic has got to count on that massive amount of pressure that Murray's going to begin feeling here up 2 sets to love. Because if Murray loses this match, okay, it's going to be a monumental collapse. And everybody in the tennis world is watching right now Andy Murray. Can he truly live up to the talent? Can he finally lift the trophy?
I think it was a good sign the way he played that last point, for as important as it was. One thing about watching Andy Murray and watching the way he plays, he has so many chances to come in if he wanted to.
He's been in only 14 times. He's been successful 9 of those times. In the contrast, you got Djokovic in 34 times, winning 22 of those approaches. That's an aggressive cut. That forehand with a lot of racket head speed. He gets around the outside of the ball to get the cross-court angle.
That was a really clutch serve.
Look at the toss. Not that high, just right up to the point of his contact. 128.
Deuce.
The serve was the difference at the Olympics. And it sure does seem like the serve has been the difference here from time to time. Not a major factor, but in the first set tiebreaker, he came up with very important serves. That's really was the difference. There's Djokovic on his toes, really fighting to stay in this match.
How about 3 in a row to hold the first game of the third set? Is this the set of destiny for Andy Murray?
Look at those stats, and now you see, look at the unforced errors just piling up for Djokovic. Another 19. 9 for Murray. Break points converted. It's just Murray got that early lead and just was able to hang on. But boy, another missed opportunity in this first game of the third set, Al, for Djokovic. Break points all over the place, and Murray serves his way out of it.
Well, this will be our first look to see what the intentions are of Djokovic. Because the way he started the second set was just not filled with commitment. Lendl hired to be the man to get Andy Murray over the Grand Slam hump. And remember, his story is just like Andy Murray's. Lost his first 4 Grand Slam final appearances. It's still windy out there. I thought I saw a little space there.
You're on fire today. I've retired for this U.S. Open. I'm calling those anymore. I've been brutal.
30-15.
I want to see Novak just dig in right here. Really make Murray earn it.
How many times has Novak Djokovic lost his balance in this match? Whether falling down, which is more than 3 times, and just losing his balance like he did there on that return.
He likes to slide on even the hard courts normally, but to see him lose this much balance, we haven't seen it the entire tournament, too. I mean,
No.
only in this match.
Murray's mad at himself the way he played that ball.
Murray started right side, started flying, the ball was called in. Second.
Wow, that only happened 30% of the time, or a little bit over 30% of the time during the U.S. Open. So that means the human beings were right about 70% of the time. Good for them. Unreal.
Sometimes there's a moment in the match that really can spark the defender, the person really trying to get back into it. Look at this lunge to the backhand side. Just really a big stick save here, Al. Look at that. He lunges out, gets the racket just on the ball to go over. Is this the emotional lift? Is this the point where he really gets himself back into this? I think Djokovic needs Murray to come down just a little bit. Murray needs to come off of his serve just enough to allow Djokovic to get his teeth into this third set.
You know, those sequences, they just take on a life of their own. You can't plan any of it. It's just you have to have the special skills to create it.
Connors was amazing at it. Agassi, Serena last night.
Mm-hmm. Andy Murray looked like he was being tortured, and in a way he is.
That carrot just dangling out. The worst thing Murray can think about right now is the finish line. That's the absolute worst thing he can do. He's got to stay focused on the point in front of him. To be honest, he got lucky to slide through the first set, tiebreaker, 12-10. He got out of trouble in the second set, winning that 7-5. But it's the serve at these moments that really has bailed him out. The first serve, the big bomber.
Not this time. Double faults. Do you think he rushed that?
It didn't seem like to me. I just thought he threw the toss up. You know, he's been using that lower toss, and he didn't go up after it. And so he just kind of shot putted it long. He's taking his time now.
What a return of serve. Novak Djokovic may be energized by that one great point. Oh, and by the way, it might be a bumpy ride after that.
Doesn't do enough at the first volley, just kind of hits it right back to Andy Murray. But I just get this feeling that Djokovic, in the back of his mind, is like, I'm already in this club with Nadal, Federer, and, you know, I hold this guy's destiny right now. I want to see if he really has what it takes to join our club. You know, we're a big three now. I'm glad you won the medal and everything, but you haven't won an Open. You haven't won a Grand Slam. And you're going to have to go through one of the members, me, to get into this club. Doesn't it seem, I mean, there's just...
I haven't been able to put my finger on his
demeanor today?
Not at all. You know, things weren't that bad when he ripped his racket apart. And when things were bad, he wasn't angry. Are you kidding me?
It's a smart shot. He just flicks it up into the wind. Boy, this will become a match. The Djokovic serve can start kind of paying off for him. Some aces, unreturnables. Only 3 aces for the match. Just gets more heat behind it, a higher percentage. He's only serving 63% first serves in for the match.
Djokovic 3-1. By the way, they honored Andre Agassi before yesterday's women's final. And if you're a tennis fan, you have to find a way to go on usopen.org to see his speech. I thought it was really, really great.
He is unbelievable in hitting the mark and the moment and really talking to the fan out there to draw them in.
He talked about what makes the U.S. Open different, and he decided to use the noise and the silence that the fans make, which I thought was so perfect. It described the experience, but it also gave credit to the people in the stadium. Very unique. Wow, one of the biggest shots of the night. It had a little anger to it.
Typical Murray, facing a little adversity, comes out of his shell, starts swinging back. It just can't be easy for the Scot. It just can't. It's got to be a struggle. It's got to be a fight. He battles with himself. He battles with his box. He battles with his opponent.
How is that first return not a winner down the line?
Murray is exceptional with his footwork, anticipation. He's got these cat-like reflexes that as soon as he hits the serve, he is prepared for the second shot. He defends his second serve so well. He's ready for the weight and the speed from Djokovic. Oh, that wind is howling. How about that?
Right about when Andy Murray put that serve up, you could hear it. And it's 3-2 in the third. $23,000 packed into tennis's largest stage. The sun is setting, the effect of the lights is rising, and so is the pressure of the match. Andy Murray leads 2-0 via tiebreak and 7-5. But Djokovic is up a service break here in the third.
It's okay for now, please. It's okay for now, please. Thank you.
That's a gutsy move from Djokovic. The approach shot really wasn't there to hit. He comes in anyway. And you can hear Murray make the pass. Make the pass. That's all he's concentrating on. We call it a two-shot pass mentality. Make your opponent at the net hit the first volley nice and low at their shoelaces. The volley up, and then you pass on the second one.
And it was out. Four in the match for Novak Djokovic. And that weird mishit gives Andy Murray some break points. And how sweet would it be for him to get that service break back so quick and not have to deal with that pressure at one of the most important times of his tennis career.
43 unforced errors for the match from Djokovic. Only 19 winners from his racket.
Gorgeous towers of Manhattan behind the setting sun off to the west. 3 hours into it. First set was an hour and a half almost. Still break point.
That's a confident cut off the forehand side for Djokovic. He started with a serve 121 miles an hour, and this is he's inside the baseline, and he just hammers that inside-out forehand. Here comes the crowd.
On a 94-mile-an-hour second serve, Andy Murray launches it wide, and he fails to take advantage of 2 juicy break points there.
Momentum has definitely swung the Serbian. Not many winners off that backhand side the entire match. Just 1 for the set, 6 for the match. He's had 6 forehand winners for the match. See, the wind is still howling above Arthur Ashe Stadium. It's going to get even colder in this arena tonight. Things are a little chilly right now for Andy Murray. And as the temperature drops, the balls get a little bit slower. And I think that really gives an advantage to Djokovic. And now he can time the ball a little bit better.
Well, Djokovic is the better player right now, isn't he?
He sure is. He's on his toes. He's the one hitting out. And like I said, Murray, as the conditions get slower and colder, He's not the offensive-minded player, even though statistically it's unbelievable. Djokovic has only hit 4 winners for the entire match and 1 backhand winner.
How is that?
It's really unbelievable to me, but 43 on forced error, so he's going for a lot, but not getting a lot in return. If you're Djokovic right now, if you can just capitalize on this break point, you're going to have a 2-break lead and a ton of momentum in this match.
They're going to review it. But Novak Djokovic, I believe, is going to have a chance to serve for the 3rd set. Ooh, it's in. Djokovic takes it. Earlier in the match, we talked about the wheels may be a little wobbly for Novak Djokovic. Well, he's got a new set of tires on. And he's going to go out there in a moment and serve for the 3rd set. And what hasn't been happening for Murray in this 3rd?
To me, he's not hitting the ball. He started out extremely tentative at the beginning of this 3rd set. And he really separated himself at the end of the 1st, at the end of the 2nd, by truly believing in his game. He served well. You know, those big first serves. Nothing here in the 3rd set as far as relying on a big shot to get him out of a jam or pull away.
Well, we all love watching athletes perform under pressure. And if Djokovic holds here, you want to see some pressure. Stay tuned.
That was a very delicate shot, the nice drop shot, and as soon as he draws Djokovic in, a nice bunt lob. We saw Djokovic do it to Murray early in the match. You have a couple of options, a defensive lob there. You could turn around and rip it. That's what Djokovic did. You want to put some topspin on that ball to try to dip it at Murray's feet, or you do the Federer tweener. It'd be a master to be able to do that.
was right at Andy Murray. Could you tell what they were saying?
I thought Novak.
Was it?
I thought so.
That's what it was earlier.
They have Nole, which is his nickname, and then Novak, obviously his first name. I mean, the fans want to see a match. They just sense the situation. And you can just tell if this thing goes to a fourth, just the pressure just building.
And we are going to a fourth set of the 2012 U.S. Open. Can Andy Murray make history and prevent a fifth?
Can he keep his game together? Because for the first two sets, he's just kind of donated it to Andy Murray. Andy Murray was trying to donate it back in the first set with all those errors. But I feel like Djokovic doesn't have to clean it up too much, and Andy Murray might start to feel the pressure, might start to feel the opportunity slip away.
We talk so much about the big three: Federer, Nadal, Djokovic. Murray trying to wedge his way in, one set from doing so. Australian Open champion Novak Djokovic, French Open Rafa Nadal, Wimbledon Federer, but Murray got the gold. Let's go back inside Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Love 15 now. Second point, fourth set. And Murray very animated. These two played at the London Games. Went 7-5, 7-5 for Murray. That was in the semifinals. Another nice approach for Djokovic at the net. Forehand volley. Good technique. Racket head above the wrist. Blocks it to the open court.
I don't think it's that one. 15 seconds.
Watch this, Murray. Debris flying all over the court at this point, and Murray just can't believe the umpire didn't stop it. Watch this.
Hold on. Lead you over here on this side. Come to this side. The orange thing right there on the...
Was that not an odd play by Murray? The little underhand? This is the set of his life.
He just hasn't found any type of rhythm and confidence. I'm talking about Murray. It's happening. It's truly happening.
The last thing in the world Andy Murray wanted was to drop a serve right out of the box.
Another opportunity for Djokovic to come to the net, a deep approach. See, he just wants to play it cross court. He opens up the down the line. Murray is not precise with his passing shot. Look at the split step and then the lunge out. Boy, the emotional tsunami right now with Djokovic. The biggest thing is breakpoint opportunities. Murray had 2 to get back into this thing, and he just squandered it.
You go back to that 1 point earlier in the third set. Remember? One of the great points. Djokovic fist up.
I just believe that Murray just doesn't know if he can do this. They're in his body language, his temperament. It's been just anger back to the box. Back to his box. And this is really where you're going to know if Lendl's influence is powerful enough, has enough gravity to pull this kid through.
Murray, like everybody else, looking up at the scoreboard. And it was good.
Djokovic feels he should be awarded the point because Murray really didn't have a play on it.
That's a second serve anyway, after all that. Murray seems really tight.
The pressure is clearly getting him. I mean, it's just, he hasn't looked comfortable for about a set and a half. I mean, you know, he had that big lead in the second, and he just... He's not putting the ball in play now. His serve has gone away.
Right now on the court, Murray is as close to his coach's box as he can be.
Murray got lucky because Djokovic played the ball right back to him. He had the entire court. There's Lendl, the stoic coach, hand on his chin. No, it was before that. Djokovic had a ball. He should have went cross court with it to the open court and played it right back. And he knows it. It's never a good sign when the player's hitting themselves in the head. But if you're Djokovic, you've got to take a lot of confidence that you are playing better than your opponent right now, that your opponent is feeling this pressure. Some of the terminology Murray is screaming, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Jelly? Are his legs like jelly?
I can't imagine. I mean, it's not hot anymore. He's in terrific physical condition. Remember, he had a day off. Djokovic had to play yesterday and finish out David Ferrer in the semis. This is about momentum. That dangerous and effective momentum that once a player has it can really control the dynamic of the match.
Where the body language difference is not subtle. It is screaming.
Screaming jelly. I gotta find out what that means. Now, if you are Murray, it's so important right here to stay focused on how can I start playing better. You can't think about the lead that you're squandering as we speak. You've got to find your serve again. You've got to find your consistent ground strokes. And there's this Australian term called whinging. Remember, Roy Emerson would always say, stop whinging to me in practice. Stop whinging.
So like whining?
Yeah, whining. What's that mean? You're whining. Blue, you're whining.
See, because his mentality was no worries.
Yeah, exactly.
If Andy Murray does not hold this serve, hang on.
Third double fault of the match. Only 3 aces for the match, but considering the circumstances with the wind, the difficult elements now, the temperature getting cooler, which means slower conditions. Ball gets heavier. Juice that to 131, getting some frustration out. See, Al, I'm a big believer in footwork and a big believer that it starts from the ground up. If Murray really wants to get into this, he needs to get on his toes. You see players all the time like jumping up and down. He's just kind of stuck on the court. His feet are not moving at all. And you alluded when he said jelly, was he talking about his legs feeling like they just don't have any spring? They just feel soft.
I can't think of many ways where jelly would be good, no matter what he was saying.
I'll tell you, this is really the first time the entire tournament where I've seen Lendl kind of animated, a lot of fidgety in that box.
Doesn't look like the wind has died down very much, if at all. And he's going to somehow get through it. Still down a break in this fourth set. Gorgeous pictures from New York City. Twilight, and this match will take us into the darkness of this Monday night. The men's championship held over. Got to be a huge audience past midnight in the UK. Wondering if their guy can figure out this Grand Slam mystery. Novak Djokovic, the defending champion at the US Open. He's proven himself at this level. This year he won the Australian Open. Just missed out at the Olympics, losing the bronze medal match. And starts things off with a ripper. Murray couldn't even get a racket on it. Djokovic in this set has been serving at a crazy 83% first serve percentage. Pins that ball in the corner. 30 love.
It's an aggressive cut right there. See how he loads up, and then see how he lifts off the ground, throws everything he can physically into that shot.
In the first three sets, Djokovic only had 7 forehand winners. In this set, he has 3.
Djokovic is the defending champion here. Djokovic really has something to prove. He was the guy at the London Games that came away with nothing. Finished in the worst place you can possibly finish. 4th. No hardware, no medal. Lost to this man in the semis. Then lost to Del Potro in the bronze medal match. He avenged that loss. Some aggressive play from Murray. Djokovic avenged the Del Potro loss in the Olympics here in the quarterfinals in 3 straight sets. How about some sweet revenge if Djokovic could come back and win this down 2 sets to love? Talk about sticking it to Murray.
They would have to take sharp objects out of the men's locker room. Two of his best shots in a while. This is a big chance for Murray to change the score, get this back on serve, and give himself some confidence.
He had 2 break point opportunities to get back on serve in the 3rd set and did not capitalize. Now this is another massive moment. The defining points that he was winning in the 1st and 2nd set are no longer there. Murray cannot get himself into a groove to hit the ball and explode through it. But it matters most right now. Oh, you're giving a time. That's a bad, bad move from the chair umpire.
What did he just do?
Time violation.
Too long. It was already too long at that point, even then.
See, I hate this, okay? Considering the moment and the situation, why does he get involved? There's debris flying all over the place.
That's brutal.
I mean, is there another match coming on after this that he's got to hurry it along?
Moms and dads agonizing through every point.
Tennis parents for life. Can't.
That's their sentence.
That's right.
And Djokovic takes a 3-1 lead.
Very similar. Look at Dad, he's all over the chair umpire too.
That's all history now. Remember, for things like Andre Agassi's speech and all the highlights of the Open, stats, the U.S. Open store, go to usopen.org. It is your source for the U.S. Open.
That's a nice aggressive cut.
Here's the thing, if you're the chair umpire, if you're going to make that play, you better be prepared to take a point away in a match like
absolutely.
this, right?
Yeah, if you're going to go by the book, then you got to go by the book. But here's the thing in a delay like that. Is he really stalling? Is he really, slowing up the play? Is Murray really affected by it?
I thought he was really just waiting for a gust to calm down.
Exactly. Use common sense. And to be honest, I really believe Djokovic kind of directed a little bit of anger towards him and spurred him on the rest of that game. And how about Murray responding right here? I mean, a really good rebound after squandering an opportunity in the last game. And the crowd really wants a fifth set. I mean, they are really pushing for Djokovic right now.
That's one of his trademarks, but that's only the second backhand winner of the match. And Murray with a convincing hold. Djokovic will be serving up 3-2 in the fourth. Andy Murray had one break point as this 3-hour and 42-minute match moves along. Couldn't convert it.
That's my favorite camera view on the tennis court. You are on the shoulder right behind Andy Murray right there. You can really see the movement and the physical just awareness. The wind's dying down. Just a little bit. Watching it live, there was no way I thought Murray would get there. Are there strategies still in play here, or has the tension of everything sort of... There's constant movement in the tactical department. You'll see players at this point really trying to find their game, especially Andy Murray. I mean, honestly, his serve has totally abandoned him at times. The first serve that was so effective to win the first two sets is now doing nothing for him. And I think one thing to really watch for is the depth from Murray's ground strokes. When the ball gets short, it allows Djokovic to dictate. When Murray hits the ball deep, he's able to dictate to Djokovic. The placement on those two shots was magnificent. And here's your half chance. The best tennis of the match right now. Both players just trying to grab the momentum.
Agony on both sides of the court. Andy Murray's mom has bundled up.
I'm telling you, the merchandising places around here are just...
Hey, if we had heat in the booth, I might consider turning it on. This is a big challenge. It's good. Just dripping with drama. And for what I think is the 5th time, Djokovic hits the deck.
Agassi spoke about a noise, a deafening noise in his speech yesterday, and that's what we're talking about. 30 shots, side to side, offense, defense.
Back to deuce.
You just wonder how much gas is left in the tanks for Murray and Djokovic. How much is truly still there after 2 weeks of best of 5 set tennis?
Djokovic a couple of games away from forcing what felt in the 3rd set, early in the 3rd set, like it would never happen.
8 o'clock East Coast time right here in New York.
That was on second serve.
after that great women's final yesterday with Serena and Azarenka, Serena down 5-3 in the final set. Now this, possibly a fifth set with so much on the line.
He's now serving first serves in this set about 45%.
Now remember, Djokovic with a 4-2 lead is going to be able to take a few extra cracks. I mean, he's serving better. He's feeling much better about his game. And remember, he probably wants to conserve some energy, too. He doesn't want long rallies. He'll just go for a couple of cracks, keep the point short to look for like a second win. He had to work really hard on his serve to hold. So he's getting out of that point. Now he goes to where he doesn't want to go, which is this long rally with moves right and left, up and back.
So much for conserving energy.
That's what I mean. It's like, and I just wonder if Murray knows this and wants to work him over a few more body shots, a few more body blows, these longer points. Toughest seat in the house, being the parent of one of these players.
It's wide.
Because all Djokovic is thinking about right now is, I just have to hold serve 2 more times to send us to a fifth.
We'll find out if he's able to attack the Novak Djokovic serve. Novak Djokovic serving to Andy Murray, 4-3, down 2 sets to 1. This is Al Troutwig along with Luke Jensen. We're in New York, where it is now officially nighttime. He's been very successful from there.
Winning 70% of the time when he steps up into the front court. He's 32 for 46. 46 approaches to the net. Murray only 22 approaches. This is on the match. Now for Murray, attacking Djokovic is about moving him side to side. We had a brilliant point on Djokovic's serve on the other side. But look at those first serve percentages. Look at those numbers as the match has gone on. Murray has gone away. The serve has left him. Boy, circle that point. That passing shot cross court really hit the mark. Now, what you want to do is drop the racket head and then spin it. See, watch the top spin, bring it right back in. Doesn't it seem that both players right now are just honestly on the ropes, just swinging at each other?
30 all.
Another approach to the net and a weak passing shot.
Did it sound like he mishit it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
30 all. Djokovic now.
Stretch it out. I'm telling you, this is going to be another short game. He'll take a couple of chances, Al. He doesn't want really long points. If he truly is feeling fatigued, the legs starting to get tight, the last thing you want is a real long game here. Try to win it, but with explosive shots, short points.
They got lucky with that camera cut.
That is a beautiful shot. See Roger Federer do this from time to time. It's a slice backhand. You're not really trying for a drop shot, but you're trying to hit it to that mid-level part of the court, around no man's land, the service line. But I can't believe they're not showing that again. That was unreal. Underspin and side spin at the same time, so it cuts and then breaks off to the left, to Djokovic's right. You know, it seems like Murray's conserving energy right now. He doesn't even go for that one. So he gets this one back, and watch, Djokovic puts this right on the sideline, and Murray just watches it.
So in the end, the drop shot worked. This is one of those points, boy.
And here's bad news for Murray. If he loses this game and they start a fifth, Djokovic starts out serving, and for this set alone, he's serving 83% first serves in. That's the weapon. On the other hand, Murray's only serving 41% first serves in. That's the deciding shot right now in this match. Free points, easy second shots.
And it is set point. And we are going to a fifth set in the U.S. Open final. After losing the first two sets as tight as they come, it's Djokovic, 6-2, 6-3.
Berate himself a little bit, and Djokovic is going to have the crowd on his side because he's going to get fired up out there. He's going to give fist pumps when he wins big points. So I actually think that the Ash Stadium is going to end up supporting Djokovic more than Murray.
15th meeting between these two. Only once has it gone to a fifth set at the Australian Open semifinals. Djokovic won the match and the title. Let's go back inside Arthur Ashe Stadium.
was good. Way long.
30-15.
Both players have similar career 5-set records. Djokovic is 17-5. Murray is 12-6. It's legacy time for both players if you think about it. They'll always remember how Djokovic came back from 2 sets down to go back-to-back at the Open, and it will always be remembered if Murray were to win it first. You know, Luke, the more this match has gone on, I think the crowd is pretty split on who they're rooting for.
They wanted the 5-setter. There's no doubt. Once Murray got out of the blocks, that 2-sets-to-love lead, they just wanted to see what was possible from Djokovic, and they got it.
Well, they've got epic, is what they've got.
That's what you do if you're Murray. If you really want to pull this out, that is the formula. Get really back to the moving the man side to side. Move Djokovic as much as you possibly can. If he wants to run, let him run. Turn it into a track meet.
It is break point. down to the shakiest part of Djokovic's game today.
Murray's alive. Murray is still alive. In a situation where he should be emotionally crushed. The gold medalist in London is still alive, still in the fight. He's telling his box to calm down. Love it. Look at these stats. He can't serve any worse. Only 45% first serves in. He's given Djokovic every opportunity to come back, and Djokovic has responded. Look at that first serve percentage. And look at the unforced errors. In the beginning of this match, you know, Djokovic was 19-19 for the first two sets. Now he's down to 9.
Everybody wants to see history. Can he somehow find a way to get that first serve back to being a strength? Well, he got the last net cord. Not this time.
If I'm Murray, I put so much focus and concentration in on this game to just give me a too lovely, because you know Djokovic is going to fight back right here. Look at the worry on the faces of the people in the boxes from both players. Murray's just trying to calm his own box down. That's an aggressive cut once again. When you are nervous, you swing out and add topspin. The spin is the safety element in your shot. This truly has become a heavyweight fight, a title fight for the last major of the year. They're playing through the noise. The crowd is getting crazy.
And it was out.
30-15. Djokovic has 2 challenges.
Murray's serve has been there for him so far. There's no way this is going to happen easily.
How long did you say it's been since a British champion has won the U.S. Open? It's Fred Perry, like in the 30s, right?
1936.
Okay. They're used to suffering.
Yes.
So let's just keep it, you know, they're used to suffering through this pain and anguish. But it's how he fought in the Olympics. It's how he fought at the Wimbledon Championships this year, losing a close match to Roger Federer that really drew the the international tennis community towards this guy.
Andre Agassi said this crowd sounds like a jet engine for the big moments. Murray looks physically better to me right now than he did.
Well, absolutely. Don't you think his demeanor?
Yeah.
Just his head, his chin is high. He's alert.
$15 love. I thought this was out, Luke.
You've been right on, Al. I mean, I'm not touching that anymore.
There you go.
30.
Murray's found another gear. He really, if you look at his ball, it's a little bit deeper. It has a little bit more like pace and juice on it. And I really think that's been the difference. Where he could have really wilted away, he is completely in the battle.
Boy.
I mean, how fast did it turn? Djokovic just won the fourth set, 6-3. And in the last, 10 minutes, Djokovic has lost all that he had gained over the last two sets. And I think that was all Murray. Murray caused the big shift. He stepped in here and made the change. This crowd is absolutely nuts. Murray guesses right 3 times on overheads and almost right the last time. But sometimes it's just put one more ball back in play. Force your opponent to come up with one more shot.
It's wide.
This was the first time Murray was able to really get any direction on his lob. He goes backhand side, which is very smart. It's the weakest shot in the game for everybody. The weak high backhand over. He tries to flick it and can't control it. Look at this. Kind of an acrobatic move. What a huge part in the match, right? A huge portion that's really going to separate the two competitors.
He'll get something he can jump on here if he wants.
It's an interesting shot selection there for Murray, who's really winning that ground stroke battle. And then out of nowhere, from behind the baseline, he tries a drop shot, draws Djokovic in where he's been successful. Djokovic has been doing pretty good throughout the entire match around the net. And now game point.
It's like watching Andy Murray haul a log.
You see what I mean? And Murray's winning the ground stroke points. He doesn't have to get fancy. He doesn't have to get cute. He just has to go to the fundies. Good, solid baseline play. Look for depth. You don't push it. Swing deep for the court.
Oh, they're playing like they're right next to each other in the rankings. Oh, boy. And it is opportunity time for Andy Murray.
It is so important for Andy Murray to stay basic.
Notes. No, not that one. The one in front of it. Very big improvement.
So it's amazing then that both men are battling huge chunks of history. Djokovic is battling the history of 1949, and Murray is battling the history of 1936. So what they're trying to do has never happened in either of their lifetimes.
Murray is a surgeon on this point, side to side, East Coast, West Coast, really trying to make Djokovic work for this game. He knows he's up 3-1. He knows he has a break. And all he wants to do is send body shots, physical body shots at Djokovic.
His body slumps. With Andy Murray, it's never the easy way. He'll be serving 3-2 in the fifth.
What a great time to come up with some nice serving. It was the key component in his gold medal win over Roger Federer at Wimbledon. A faster than average serve out wide, 111 miles an hour with a lot of break. You get to the outside of the ball and you really snap your wrist around it to create some side spin.
Andy Murray rises to the U.S. Open occasion.
That's the exact serve that won him the gold medal on match point against Roger Federer. That hammer out wide, 131 miles an hour. Now it's time for Djokovic to step up, the defending champion here at the U.S. Open. talked about how much closer he was now than he was in the past after he lost at Wimbledon to Federer. He goes, I'm getting closer. It's getting better.
Well, he wasn't lying.
Yeah, he is at the doorstep of legendary status right here. Talent realized.
Look at that. Points 153 each.
What was it, the first set we were at 40-40, right?
Yes.
They've been just battling back and forth.
And you get the feeling like something is building here.
Well, Djokovic keeps going to his legs.
Well, the legs have taken a beating tonight.
Yeah, he's been on the ground a number of times. So look at the footwork. He's not even planning.
And a major grimace. So here's Andy Murray, the one-time junior champion at the U.S. Open. Only Stefan Edberg and Andy Roddick were ever able to complete the dream deal.
He's not getting up off the ground now. And now the wind picks up again. Look at the bruises on his knees from falling down numerous times tonight. That backhand was measured deep cross court in the only spot it could be played for Murray not to run it down. Check this out. He steps in, anything a foot off. Wow. And that just happened. I mean, it just moments ago. It's getting to that Tipsarevic, Ferrer.
Yes.
In the quarterfinals, Tipsarevic and Ferrer played a 7-6 in the final set, in the fifth set match. Tipsarevic was just down and out, willing himself to compete.
15-30. How about in your dreams? You break your opponent's serve to get a chance to serve for the U.S. Open. He'll have two chances at least to do that.
Nothing like a little cushion with so much pressure. And look at him barking at himself, willing himself to get the break.
And Andy Murray has been the man that has been the savior in many people's eyes. The potential there, but it hasn't been realized yet. One game separates him from what many feel is his destiny. And so it goes. Back inside Arthur Ashe. Does Murray have it to win the U.S. Open?
15 love.
I think they're up in Buckingham Palace right now.
Can you imagine if this thing is called good?
The crowd, for what that's worth, thought it was. And it's in! Last night, a challenge brought Serena Williams to match point. And that challenge brings Andy Murray within 2 points. It was out. And now Andy Murray, just like it might happen in his dream, he's got a little cushion. Luke, he came to the net to go and get it.
He made a tactical error by going back to Djokovic, who is wounded right now, who is not moving well. You've got to go to the open court.
This is 2 minutes away from being the longest final in the Open era in U.S. Open history. And you know who played in that one? Yvonne Lendl.
Murray doesn't know where he's serving to. He just set up the serve to the ad court. Murray doesn't know where he's at.
It happened. It was long.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a tremendous match you just watched. One more hand for these magnificent players. To begin the trophy ceremony, it's my pleasure to introduce the chairman of the board and president of the USTA, John Bogosian.
Thank you, Mary. Wow, what an incredible match, fellas. This was one for the ages. It really was. Andy and Novak, you thrilled us despite challenging conditions. Andy, congratulations to you on your first Grand Slam championship. As you both can hear, these fans don't want to hear from me, they want to hear from you. So let's get to it.
All right, thank you. First to our runner-up, Novak, we have seen you come back so many times, and it looked very much tonight like you were going to pull it off one more time. What a run you made.
Well, it wasn't to be, but I want to congratulate Andy for his first Grand Slam. He absolutely deserves it. And of course, his team. Also, this is your success, guys, as well. Then I would like to thank my team, my family, my friends for supporting me. I really tried my best.
You always do.
You know, I gave it all, and it was another tremendous match to be a part of. Finals of a Grand Slam, and thank you all for staying so late and up to the last moment. It was definitely enjoyable.
Novak, in addition to making it to the finals today, you also finished first in the Emirates Airline US Open Series Bonus Challenge. And because you finished as a finalist here, the USTA will be adding $500,000 of bonus prize money to your winnings today. Congratulations. And now on behalf of the USTA, John Bogosian will present the finalist trophy to Novak Djokovic. And now let's hear it for our champion, Andy Murray. I don't think I have to tell you there are bagpipes blowing all over Scotland tonight. How did you pull this off?
I don't know. I mean, it was incredibly tricky conditions. You know, and after the third and fourth sets, it was tough mentally for me. Novak is so strong. He fights until the end in every single match, and I don't know how I managed to come through in the end. It was, I guess, close to 5 hours. I've had some really long, tough matches with him in the past, and just managed to get through.
Can you talk a little bit about that guy that you hired this year to help you get to this place tonight?
I think that was almost a smile.
We almost saw teeth. We almost did.
I mean, he's one of the greatest players to ever play. I think also here, he made 8 consecutive finals, and great to have him supporting me and helping me in the tough moments. You know, and yeah, not just him, but everyone else has been there. They've been there from the start, so thank you very much.
And now you've done it. First to hand you a prize money check for $1.9 million is Stephen Cannon, President and CEO of Mercedes-Benz USA. And now on behalf of the USTA, John Bogosian will present something you've wanted for a long time, the Champions Trophy, to Andy Murray. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2012 U.S. Open Men's Champion, Andy Murray.
Well, it's been a long time coming, literally, and for Andy Murray, it has to seem like a lifetime. Always, constantly being asked the questions, will you ever win a Grand Slam title? And the answer tonight was proved. Yes, he can. Definitely he can. He didn't make it easy on his fans back home, as it is about 2 a.m. back in Europe, but he got it done, Taylor Dent, and he will certainly be welcomed with open arms after a magnificent performance in that 5th set.